What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to One Dream Fishing. Welcome back to another podcast. If y'all like watching these podcasts, or if y'all like listening to these podcasts, go check us out on Apple Podcast, iTunes, that thing, yeah. And anyways, if y'all are in the truck driving, y'all are in the gym working out, whatever y'all are doing when y'all can't watch us, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. So go download us on there and subscribe on YouTube. And so today we're going to be talking about our upcoming tournaments here in our spring semester at Dallas Baptist University. And with that all said, I'll let Jacob get into it and let him tell y'all where he's going and his plans.
So kind of the basis of this podcast is we are actually splitting up this tournament, sadly.
Yeah.
We are not going to the same place. I'm actually going to the Bassmaster Qualifier at Lewis Smith Lake. And this is a really important tournament to me just because if y'all have tuned into our last podcast, you saw that I had one heck of a heartbreak at Toledo Bend. It was not the best tournament for all three of us. I think y'all can attest to that.
Yes.
But this is a big deal because I really want to make a championship my freshman year. So we're heading there. It is very different from what I've been fishing lately. We've fished Arkansas, we fished Texas, and we're fishing muddy, stained, usually somewhat shallow water fisheries. So this is going to be definitely a change up for me, just a chance at catching a 5-pound spotted bass. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be a change up. I'm not going to be with my big cranking setup that I'm comfortable with. I'm going to have to go down to 6-pound line, which I don't know if I'm going to like yet. We'll have to see that. But, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be clear water, big old spotted bass, and a chance at a national championship. So looking forward to it, and y'all have something special coming up here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exciting, Jacob. You're heading over to Alabama. Reese, why don't you tell listeners where we're going?
Yeah, so if y'all didn't see earlier, last semester, Mark and I actually qualified for the FLW National Championship in Florida. And so we're going to be leaving this Saturday, headed out there. And, we're really excited. It's out at Harris Chain. And so there's a ton of lakes out there. We got a lot to figure out in 2 days of practice. And we're extremely excited because it's right up our alley. We like shallow water grass fishing. And so if I had to choose one thing to do, it would be punching all day long. Mark gets annoyed about it sometimes, but
I'm a little impatient with the punching, but Reese, that boy's a hammer with punching. But like Reese said, we get 2 official days of practice at Harris Chain to break down 9 lakes, which obviously we won't be able to do that in 2 days. So if y'all didn't know, Harris Chain is a chain of 9 different lakes. So me and Reese have we've been talking, researching, reading all kinds of articles and stuff, and we've kind of narrowed it down to 2 or 3 lakes that we're really going to spend most of our 2 days on. So we're super excited. It's going to be a fun trip. It's so cool that we qualified for national championship our freshman year. So there's going to be some big fish caught. Our kind of plans are the fish right now are in kind of like post-spawn, pre-spawn, and spawning. So they're kind of all different stages. So
yeah, good old trifecta going on there.
Yeah. So we got a lot of options to choose. So obviously we're going to try to figure out which one's going to benefit us the best. So
yeah, for sure. After doing a little research, it seems that if y'all haven't heard or seen anything about it, the Florida Parks and Wildlife, I guess is what they call it, is they're spraying a lot of grass, and so the Harris Chain isn't as good as it was in the past because a lot of the grass that was offshore that it was known for is gone, and so there's still a good bit out there, and so it's going to be trying to balance offshore grass, fishing shallow, catching spawners, and then hopefully we can find some shell beds because that seems to be a big thing out there as well.
Yeah, I think in the 2017 Elite Series, it was either Elite Series or FLW event out there on Harris Chain. I think 3 of the top 5 anglers where the fish were kind of in that post-spawn time, and 3 out of the 5 top 5 anglers placed highest, fishing shell beds. So if you can find that, they said like 7 to 10 feet of water with a steep drop off, or not a steep drop off for Florida, but goes down a couple feet next to grass. I mean, basically these are just giant ponds we're fishing. So just finding stuff that's different that other people don't is basically our plan going into our 2 days of practice. So.
Yeah, Jacob, what are you thinking you're going to be doing over at Smith?
So recently there was actually a BFL there, and 17 pounds won it, which is quite a sack for that place. I think kind of the main thing is you're going to have to get those big spots, but I think you're going to have to find a largemouth, find that 4-pound kicker, and I mean possibly even a 4-pound kicker spot, but I think you're going to have to kind of use the spots as almost like a filler. And then you got to find somewhere that you can maybe flip and catch a largemouth, something like that. I think it's going to be rather like sitting in like 40, thrown into like these drains and creek channels. And like I said, that BFL, he was fishing just a shaky head in these drains, and just was lucky enough to get a couple 4s. But it's definitely going to be something different for me. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it's just going to be a big change up for me. But that's what college fishing is all about. For all you high school listeners out there, this is like kind of all of our dreams, is doing this kind of stuff. So we're finally breaking out of Arkansas, breaking out of Texas, going to Florida, going to Alabama. This is what we wanted. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be fun. So if y'all would like to tune in and watch we're actually going to do a travel vlog for me and Reese going to Florida and Jacob going to Alabama. And basically this travel vlog is going to be structured. It's going to be our point of view in Florida, and then it's going to kind of switch back to Alabama to Florida. And it's going to flow pretty good. We got a pretty good mindset for it. So yeah, if y'all go over to One Dream Fishing on YouTube, y'all can check that out. It should be coming out soon. So
along with that, there'll be a tournament video kind of explaining. We're going to try to break into more, showing y'all what it is like to be in a college tournament, kind of that aspect. We've been kind of forgetting to do that, but we're going to start branching out and doing that as well. But I did want to mention one thing at Smith. What do you think is going to be like the biggest factor with like your time? Just saying that, like, I know me and you were looking at maps today, and like some of those runs being an hour and a half and having a lock and that kind of stuff. What do you think that's going to factor into the fishing?
I don't know. Honestly, it's going to be during practice. We're just going to have to switch lakes, really focus in on a couple lakes, and figure out how we can catch those fish in those areas. Because if you spread yourself out between all those lakes, you're going to get flustered really easily. Yeah. You're not going to be able to break down the water right. And so, and then there's those people that do sit in the one lake, and then they can figure it out, and then they can branch out in different lakes and then try it and see how it works best. And so I think that's what our game plan is being, and just going to be focusing on those certain little areas and really figuring out what they're doing and then going from there.
Yeah, so if any of y'all are high school or college anglers and y'all want to learn, if y'all are just younger kids tuning in and y'all want to know more about what college fishing is like, just leave a comment, DM us on Instagram, and just let us know. Ask us questions. We'll be there to answer. So we really want to branch out to you guys to help y'all learn to become better anglers. So
yeah, what's cool about our channel and what we do is we're learning at the same time, and we're trying to spread it out and trying to give y'all the same information. And so we're going to help each other out, and we're going to learn it as we get it. And so we're really excited to do this and help y'all out in the process.
Exactly. Like they're saying, when we're trying to kind of learn, I guess, with each other and kind of just keep these skills that we're learning and show it to y'all what we're seeing at each of these lakes, make sure to look at our lake breakdowns. That's where we really get in depth on these podcasts and kind of go through, like we did at Toledo Bend, just going through the lake and showing, like, when we see different water temps, different areas of the country, what we're doing to try to find fish. And like Mark and Reese said, we are college anglers, so this is new. We are learning new things as we are going, but we're trying our best to kind of convey that message to y'all. So,
all right, everybody. So that's going to conclude this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be doing a couple more podcasts soon. So be sure you're checking out for those, and check out us on YouTube and Instagram at One Dream Fishing, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.